And I listen a lot to Radio 4, The Bottom Line, available for podcast, which is a great show. You've tried to do something very different with the business world. And it just seems to me that you can't really succeed in a leadership position these days unless you can speak in public. Would you agree with that?
I would. I mean, what I'd say is this, is that, you know, if you think about what our economy consisted of 100 years ago, 40 years ago, physical strength mattered. You know, we were digging coal out the ground, we were building things, making things. The economy's changed. There's a lot less of that now. There's some of it, but there's much less of that. And if you think about all the jobs that people have now, the bulk of them, they're white-collar jobs, they're jobs in service industries, they're jobs in hospitality and hotels, they're jobs in retail, they're jobs in media and broadcasting, jobs in business, government, health service, and all these jobs, the jobs that now form the huge bulk of our economy, they require you to listen and to speak. In all of those jobs, you have to be able to listen and to speak. You have to be able to connect to people. You have to be able to understand what they need, and you have to be able to explain and see it from your perspective as well. And that's why, in the last 100 years, you know, the amount of weight, the amount of earning power you get from being strong has diminished relative to those who can speak well. That's just a fact of life.
So you cannot hide anymore.
No, you really, really want to be able to speak, and, you know, like we've seen today.
I just wanted to move you on to personal finance, because obviously Citi have put a huge amount of investment in getting people to understand the value of saving. I mean, you're a very renowned published author and economist. Why are the British in so much personal debt?
Do you know what it is? I think we got carried away, and I think debt and borrowing and spending, they're infectious. They're like head lice. That what happens is, it's not like I'm irresponsible and I just go and do it on my own. What happens is, we're always benchmarking ourselves against what everyone else is doing. And everyone else is like looking at what we're doing. So if some of us start dressing expensively, or some of us start eating expensively, others, in a way, feel a need to catch up. So what happens is, you have societies where really nobody spends very much. Japan and Germany, these are places where everybody saves a lot. And then you have societies like ours and the Americans, where people borrow and spend a lot. And I think it's to do with the fact we're all trying to keep up with each other.
So what should we do? Give us your top tips for saving money.
Whatever your age, whatever your circumstances, if you have found yourself spending too much, my top tip for saving is convene a meeting of your friends, whatever age you are, whoever your friends are, convene a meeting of them, tell them that you want to cut back on the amount of spending you're doing, and work out how jointly you can have less expensive habits. I look at my friends, we get into habits, for example, of just going out to eat. And the older and, you know, more established we get in our jobs, the more expensively we go out and eat, you know. And when we're at college...
It's not McDonald's anymore.
No, it's not the McDonald's anymore. And you used to go to college and you're splitting the bill and you're going and you're picking the cheap thing, and then you get a bit better off and you start taking the more expensive thing. And I know, if I sat down with my friends and said, look, we've got to save, we're not going to go out and eat as the sort of, what are we going to do tonight? We'll go and eat. We're going to eat in, and we're going to watch a video, and we're all going to agree to that, and you'd persuade your friends to agree to that, then you can save money. But it's very hard, given that saving is like, it's an infectious thing, like borrowing is infectious. It's very hard to do it on your own. You need to get the group behind you. So
it's about changing habits and getting community...
Yeah, and about community involvement, because I think it's much easier if your friends are doing the same thing.
So we're not going